Artificial hybridization. This topic is taken from the chapter of sexual reproduction in the flowering plants. So, artificial hybridization is the simple process in which only desired pollen grains, means only suitable pollen grains are used for pollination as well as for fertilization. So there are some important techniques under artificial hybridization. As we know that by artificial hybridization, crop yield gets improved. Improvement in the crop yield takes place. So there are some important requirements in artificial hybridization. Means we have to ensure the right type of pollen grains or good type of pollen grains, and stigma must be protected from unwanted pollen grains. Let us find out the techniques to achieve this very easily. Let's deal with artificial hybridization in a very easy way. Okay, it is a method to improve the crop yield. So this is the simple process in which desired pollen grains are required, and this method will improve your crop yield. Okay, in this method, it is essential to ensure that the right kinds of pollen grains are used and the stigma is protected from unwanted pollen grains. So, in this method, we have to make sure that good type of pollen grains are used, means desired pollen grains are used, and the stigma must be protected from unwanted pollen grains. Let us find out how to protect the stigma and how to choose the right type of pollen grains. So this is basically achieved by emasculation and bagging are the two very important techniques in the artificial hybridization. First, we will deal with emasculation. So, the anther is removed from the bud if the female parent bears bisexual flowers. As we all know that in the bisexual flower, we have both anther and stigma. If the flower is bisexual, then we will remove the anther and we will protect only stigma. Anther is removed from the bud if it is only bisexual flower. If the female parent is unisexual, then emasculation is not at all necessary process. So in emasculation, removal of anther from bisexual flower of a female parent plant takes place. So this is done before anther get mature, and this will prevent the self-pollination. Okay. So the second important technique is bagging. In bagging, the emasculated flower is covered by a bag so as to not to allow the contamination of the stigma by unwanted pollen grains. So, as we all know, the stigma must be protected from unwanted pollen grains. So, we have to cover the flower by a bag so that the stigma does not get harmed by unwanted pollen grains. So, we require for pollination, we require only right kinds of pollen grains so that stigma cannot be harmed. So stigma cannot be contaminated from unwanted pollen grains. So we basically cover a flower by a bag. This is known as bagging. Only emasculated flower are covered by a bag. Okay. When the stigma of the bagged flower becomes receptive, the collected pollen grains are dusted onto the stigma and then the flower is rebagged. So emasculation and bagging are the two processes which we have to complete to achieve the artificial hybridization. After bagging, when the stigma which is present, which is covered by a bag, becomes receptive after some times, where we have done the bagging process, right? In the bagging process, we have covered the flower by a bag which consists of the stigma. When the stigma of this bagged flower becomes receptive means it becomes capable for further germination, right? It becomes capable, right? Then what happens? Then we have to collect the good type of pollen grains and we have to dust it on the stigma. When we dust it on the stigma, after dusting it on the stigma, then we have to rebag it. Again, we have to do the rebagging of this flower. By the way of rebagging, we are allowing the fruits to develop. By this way, fruits are allowed to develop. Okay. Then, if the female parent is unisexual, emasculation is not necessary. As I said earlier, emasculation is only necessary if it bears bisexual flower. Bisexual flower consists of both anther and stigma. So we remove the anther. But in this process, where it is in unisexual, it mainly consists of the stigma. So emasculation is not at all a necessary process in female parent. Then, in this case, the female bud is directly bagged, and when the stigma turns receptive, suitable pollen grains are dusted on it so as to allow the germination. So, as we all know that after emasculation of the bisexual flower, this emasculated flower is covered by a bag so as to not to allow the contamination of the stigma by unwanted pollen grains. But in the case of unisexual flower, emasculation is not at all a necessary process. So we have to directly cover it by a bag. Then afterwards it becomes receptive, it becomes capable for further germination. Then we have to pollen grains dust on it. By this way, fruits are allowed to develop by rebagging it once again.